Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're taking a look at the all-new Milwaukee M18 FUEL barrel grip jigsaw. Model number on this 2737B-20. It's time to slice and dice. Let's get it started. The new Milwaukee barrel grip. Everybody has been waiting for this saw to hit the market. Just as powerful as the D grip handle that we did not too long ago. I'll put a card up above. Now we'll be talking about the specs throughout the video. If you want to see it cutting, go to the 4-minute mark. You'll be able to see it in action. Now the battery that we are going to be using today, the M18 REDLITHIUM XC5.0. More than enough power to get the job done. So what do you get in this kit? Well, you do get the front guard. We already said that the battery is sold separately. This is the tool only. I'll show you that guard here in a second. You also get the vacuum attachment, which I'll show you here in a bit. There's that front guard. Real easy to put on, take off. Now that vacuum attachment goes right on the back like that. It's not in all the way. I'll show you that here in a bit, but you want to slide that all the way up so you can get to the front of that saw and make sure it sucks all that dust up. Now you will see that it does stick out pretty far, but you sort of need that. Now you also have the oscillation. You have 0, 1, 2, and 3 settings. The 0, that's off. 1, a little bit of oscillation. 3 is just an all-out beast. Now the lever on it, very easy to adjust, nice and sturdy. I really like that. The battery, again, it goes in the back, stays out of the way of your hands. 5.0 should be fine. And the blade release, real easy to get to, real solid, real smooth as well. Put that blade in, doesn't pop them out, but super simple to put those blades in and take them out. Now I will admit I have been spoiled. The one thing this is missing is when you go to make those bevel adjustments, you don't have that lever there that you're used to on all of the other jigsaws that we reviewed on this channel. Now to be fair, you can't really put one on this because of the design, but let me show you how you actually make those bevels. They give you a wrench in the back of that shoe. It's hidden. Just pull that out. I'll show you how to make the adjustments here in a second. But speaking of shoe, you get the no mar shoe, so you don't have to worry about damaging your wood surfaces. Now, one of my favorite parts on this saw is the actual dowel itself. You can go from 800 to 3,500 strokes per minute. Not to mention this really cool auto feature, which I'll show you while we're cutting. Now, you also have the blower out in the front. You can turn it on or off simply by pushing this lever. I will also show you how well that works once we start cutting. Alright, let me show you the detents here. On the bottom of this, you can see there's slots. How you actually change the bevel is you take that wrench, loosen that right there, and now you can slide that out and then actually adjust that to the 0, the 15 degrees, the 30 degrees, or the 45 degree. Now I have been spoiled by those levers. Now, this is how you used to do it on the old school saws. Works pretty good. You got to get used to a little bit. You don't want to loosen that up too much. It does get a little bit sloppy, but once you get the adjustment that you need, you just tighten that back down and it's ready to cut. I know because of the design it was hard to put that lever there, but it is one thing that I am truly missing on this. Alright, let me show you how to turn this on and off. All you got to do is push up on this little switch, if that's what you want to call it, and it turns it on, and then you push up on it again and it shuts it off. You have it on the left and the right side, so it doesn't matter if you're left or right handed. That's really cool. I've never seen that before, and it's very sensitive. You got to push up on it for a couple seconds to start it, and then as soon as you push up on it, it shuts down immediately. The LED in the front also turns on automatically as soon as you turn the power on. Alright, let's make a cut through a 2x6 without the oscillation on. This is just a straight cut here. Let's see what it does. Tons of power on that. Let's turn the orbital action on now. We're going to put that up on 3, and then we're going to put it up on high, the power. We're going to go about 3,500 strokes per minute. Again, everything on high, and let's see how fast we can rip through this now. Now that just screams through that wood. Again, the orbital position's 4 on this thing here. If you don't need that much orbital action on it, turn it down to 1 or 2. Now we're going to set up for some bevel cuts here in a bit. I just wanted to show you again, if you wanted to go to the 45 degrees or whatever angle you're looking for, that is how you do it. You got to turn the little nut inside. And before I forget, you can't put an edge guide in this. It doesn't come with one, but it will accept one. You know, when you first get this thing, it's actually bigger than what it looks like in the video. Only 4.6 pounds though. Alright, let me show you up close. This is how you're going to put that blade in. Real smooth action, real easy to do. Alright, let's cut some more 2x6. We're going to go at a 30-degree angle, but I want you to hear it how it goes in automatic. Check this out. You're going to hear it slow down, and it's going to kick up by itself. Oh, so smooth. And I'll tell you what, how cool is that? You heard it rev up by itself. If you put that into the automatic mode on the knob, it will actually adjust the power by itself depending on how hard that material is or how hard you're pushing on that material. Very, very cool. Alright, we're going to cut into plywood here next, but something you're going to have to get used to is that no trigger. I mean, these buttons or switches are very, very cool, but it's very strange not to have a trigger. Alright, so this is 1/4 inch. Let's check this out, see how smooth it cuts. Alright, this is in automatic mode. I'm going to push harder on it, see what it does. I just really think that's cool how it determines how much more power you need and it supplies it. Just very, very awesome. Alright, what about a vacuum? How does it work? Well, I'm going to use a Ryobi vacuum. This is the cordless version. I'll put a card up above for you to see the review on that. You don't need a special Milwaukee vacuum. You can use pretty much any vacuum. You know, the bigger the vacuum, the more dust and debris you're going to pull back. But you can see how I have this all the way in now. We're going to turn this on and we're going to see what it does. And again, just slide it in like so. That's all you got to do. Now before we cut with it, I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like. I get a lot of people on the comment section saying I'd like to hear what it sounds like or how much air does that actually pull. So here you go. You can hear it and you can definitely feel it coming right there. Now we'll cut into the ply, see if it pulls it out. Now it's definitely not pulling everything in. I'll let you hear what it sounds like up close, but I shut that off here, the blower in the front, but you can hear what it sounds like. You can definitely tell it's picking up that smaller dust particle and it's pulling it back in. So that's nice. Alright, a few other things about the saw. Left or right handed, doesn't matter. You can use both. Speed controls, you get 6 of those, plus you got the automatic. The weight, it's only 4.6 pounds without the battery. You got the auto control start, I really like that. Stroke length, 1 inch. Strokes per minute, 800 on a low, up to 3,500. Again, you got the detents on it, 0 degrees, 15, 30, and 45 degrees. The orbital cutter, you got 4 different settings. Now even though this is 11.7 inches long, it cuts on a dime. Really like the feel in the hands. Extremely super duty heavy overmold on this thing. The casing on it, again, heavy duty. Check that out. I mean, you can go really intricate on your cuts with this saw. I think that was probably one of the main surprises for me when using this, was how well it actually turned. Now Milwaukee's saying that you get up to 105 feet per charge worth of cutting on this. Now as you know, that time will vary depending on the material you're cutting and how fast you are cutting it. I will tell you, I had a 5Ah battery in this and I was going about 40 minutes and was still running. Just a very powerful, impressive saw. I'm really happy that we were able to get our hands on this. I'm really impressed. It has the red lithium battery pack on here, got the 105 feet per charge. You can cut through the hard materials, the thinner materials, the higher blade speeds and the corded saw itself, so they stay. It's really impressive, and the blower on the front of this thing, it really keeps your cut line clear. And speaking of cut line, I didn't have any issues seeing my cut line as long as I looked off to the left a little bit. Now again, it is brushless, so that's a big plus. I absolutely love the dial over here. I got to get used to not having a variable speed trigger. I do like the automatic here. I think that's great. I love the orbital knob here. It's large, it's easy to get a hold of and turn, and I love the feel of this thing. You can put your hand up there, the way your palm rests on the tool and just fits around that grip. Really nice. And again, the only negative that I found on this was it does not have the lever. You have to loosen up the shoe, adjust your bevel, and then tighten it up again. So it might take a little bit more time than you're used to if you have those levers on some of your other saws. But at the end of the day, this thing is a powerhouse. Now again, I will put the link to this in the description below. I want to know what you think about it. Let us know in the comments section. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, check us out at toolreviewzone.com, and come say hi to us on the Instagram and Twitter page at Tool Review Zone. We'll be back with more videos soon.